Across the globe, there are places which aspire to provide the most exclusive of holiday experiences. Luxurious.
What I am doing is the best you can get in the moment.
Adventurous.
Oh my God, lions! Oh my goodness!
And sometimes quirky.
He is one of the most famous guests, and he has a fan club. He has an Instagram of over 10,000 followers.
But what challenges do these hotels face, and how do they strive to be a top destination?
Anybody could have bricks and mortar in the right location, but in order to stay relevant, I do think it's important to innovate.
With exclusive access, we go behind the scenes.
All right, now let me take you to one of our specialty suites.
Following the staff who work around the clock.
Guys, we need to be fast, yeah? The guest is waiting.
To deliver to their guests whatever it takes to impress.
When you go from one room to the other, you go into another piece of art.
Notice the view is like no other in the world.
All our guests love fantasy and happiness.
We take care of every guest and make them feel like kings.
From Asia to Arizona, Kenya to the Caribbean, Dubai to India. Step behind the scenes of some of the world's most incredible hotels. The USA, a favorite destination for travelers from across the globe. Big cities, big landscapes, and a huge personality. There's the hustle and bustle of the East and relaxed atmospheric West. A memorable American adventure is never far away. Something two very different hotels in very different settings offer their guests. With visitors after an authentic taste of the US, what unique experiences can they provide to create memories for a lifetime? New York, the city that never sleeps. One of the most exciting destinations in the world, it draws tourists in their millions. With its famous skyline, it offers world-class museums, exclusive restaurants, and shopping to die for. In one of the most affluent areas of New York City is the Lowell, a boutique hotel aiming to offer premium accommodation on Manhattan's exclusive Upper East Side. With such fierce competition, offering a 5-star rating isn't enough. Hotels in this city strive to be distinctive. Co-owner and design director Dina DeLuca Giartuni hopes the hotel exemplifies pure style and class.
To make a great New York City hotel, I think anybody could have bricks and mortar and in the right location. I think it's a combination of people. Without our staff, without our guests, we would not be the Lowell. And the fact that we are a hotel that has been born a hotel and stayed a hotel, I think pedigree is also very important.
Established in 1927, the hotel was bought by Dina's husband in 1983. Situated on a quiet street off Maddison Avenue, the hotel has 47 differently decorated suites, offering marble washrooms, wood-burning stoves, and private terraces with views of the city. It also has 27 deluxe rooms.
All right, now let me take you to one of our specialty suites. This is the Manhattan Suite. It's one of my personal favorites, I have to say. Housekeeping. All right, this looks very nice. Because of the privacy of the hotel and the residential feel that the hotel clearly provides, we do get a large share of entertainment, business, and they love the fact that so many of our suites are individually designed. It has 2 separate living room setups, allowing a little bit more privacy. Both of them are framed by individual terraces, and one of our woodworking fireplaces, another rather unique amenity of the hotel. Our rooms start at approximately $1,000 a night, and that goes up to about $18,500 per night for our penthouse. That is roughly the range of value that we provide for our guests. This is the bedroom of the suite. Very simple, elegant, many Art Deco elements and details, even details such as the embroidery on the bed linen that reflects the skyline of Manhattan, which I think is a very cute touch.
Staff here aim to make sure all guests feel welcome, whether they're here for a week or a day, and regardless of the number of legs they have.
Sit, Archie, sit. Good boy, good boy.
An animal-friendly hotel, they've gone one step further, having their own resident mascot, English Bulldog Archie.
He is one of the most famous guests, and he has a fan club. He has an Instagram of over 10,000 followers, and he's only been around for a year. It's his face. It's just too precious. Right, Archie?
For many visitors, their experience and the familiarity of the hotel has left a lasting impression.
We have guests from all over the world, but the repeat list of guests is just, I mean, when I look at the number of stays a guest has had, I have to take a double look because I cannot believe that someone could be here 834 times since 1985. It's phenomenal.
And it's not just residents who are loyal to this luxury hotel with the comforts of home. Turn-down attendant Paulette has worked here for over 20 years.
I just love being here. We do not feel like, because we work here, that we are, we come into work and this is it. No, we are like a family in the Lowell. Family. Lowell is definitely a family.
When guests arrive at the front entrance, they're greeted by one of its longest-serving staff members, Armin, who's worked at the hotel for 31 years.
Looking forward to stay here until I'm 70 years old, so I guess another 15 years. Now you can find out how old I am. 80% regular guests coming here, we know them. They know us. We know their children, we know their families. I can tell you that they were born in this place, and they came, they went, they got, engaged, they got graduated, they came back here. I can write a book about this. Yet I can tell you this, that truly Lowell is a home away from home, and they love to come back here.
I love doing this job because sometimes when the guest comes back, they make the rooms looking so beautiful and fresh. I just love to make it. I want them to feel like if they're at home. Meeting the guests is a blessing to me. Very, very much a blessing.
It's the start of another busy week. It's early morning, and restaurateur Charles Masson is on his way to New York's popular flower market. For his high-end restaurant, he likes to believe guests are not only spoilt by the menu and its 5-star service, but that their surroundings enhance the dining experience. Appearance is all important to the staff here.
I need to put in 8 large bouquets and the small centerpieces on the tables. The beauty of this market is that it's possible to get flowers from all parts of the world, but at the same time, a lot of locally grown flowers.
The hotel prides itself on displaying lavish, luxurious, fresh floral arrangements to reflect the season.
Of course, you'll have a few guests, clients who, when they book the private room, they absolutely want a certain type of flower. But all in all, we need the flexibility to see what is available, what nature can offer.
Meanwhile,
Very good. Yeah, I think they'll be comfortable here. And now let's
General Manager Heiko and Marketing Manager Sarah are checking that a suite is ready for a guest's impending arrival. They're returning to the hotel for a 34th time.
Let's have a look quickly, because the Jeffreys should be here any moment. All right, food and beverage is already set up. That's the champagne they wanted.
The guests are arriving with their children, who also get the VIP treatment here.
One of the boys, I think it's Mark's birthday, right? William is the older one and Mark's birthday. Well, let's send it then. Yes, hello? Ah, brilliant timing, excellent. Alam, thank you very much. You know what, I think we're gonna put that here for the children. And if you don't mind, just put the glasses, yes. Yeah, they smell really good. They look good and they smell good. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this like, yes. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Alam. Thank you. Thanks a lot. All right, so why don't we continue quickly to the bedroom?
This suite costs £3,500 a night, so every detail comes under scrutiny.
And this is all set. Perfect, very good. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. Thank you, Sarah, thanks.
Thank you.
While staff are getting ready for visitors to arrive, downtown, Charles is busy at the flower market, finding the finishing touches to add a bit of panache to the restaurant.
Morning, Edgar.
Hey, Charles, how are you today?
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
See you.
Good to see you, man.
Good.
Yep.
Pleasure.
Wow. To take your flower order.
Beautiful anemones.
Gorgeous.
Spectacular. I'd love to take some of these for sure. These lavenders are beautiful.
Yeah, this is also a great color.
This one too, two-tone.
Yeah.
Dating back to the late 19th century, this flower market is steeped in history. It's a popular place for New York's top-class hotels, who come for the expertise of local and international florists.
I love using cotton right now. This time of year, it's something that...
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
And of course, I got your Gloriosa, your favorite.
Oh, fantastic. Love it. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, really. Never get tired of this. Yeah, it's beautiful.
You want to walk to the back and then you can...
Sure, we'll give it to you.
Charles loves his fresh flowers and is planning on bringing this little taste of luxury to his guests at the hotel. Just under 2,500 miles away lies the state of Arizona, known for its striking and distinctive landscape. This is cowboy country. With the original old towns and remote Native American settlements, it lures visitors for an American Wild West adventure. The White Stallion Ranch lies in the Sonoran Desert, just outside Tucson. Typical of the adobe-style buildings found in the Southwest, spacious rooms and suites situated throughout the ranch have Spanish influences with a rustic look, many with a private patio and stunning view. The ranch's warm, informal feel aims to create a relaxed atmosphere ideal for unwinding. It's a real family affair, owned by brothers Michael and Russell, with the help of Russell's sons Stephen and David.
So we're Dude Ranch, so, you know, we always say in dude ranching, it's horses, hats, and hospitality, and that's what makes all dude ranches different and special. We're hands-on people, and we grew up here.
A dude ranch is a cattle ranch that's opened its doors for holidays, offering guests a chance to share in its Western lifestyle.
We're in, I think, iconic Arizona in terms of what Hollywood has portrayed, and the big saguaro cactus, these rugged mountains that we see back here. Arizona's very diverse and really a year-round playground.
Russell's father bought the ranch in 1965. What started out as 160 acres over the years has become 3,000, in which guests can roam freely.
So we're in the eastern mountains of the White Stallion Ranch. So we go to the other side of these mountains, and then the big mountains behind us are the national parks. I've been up here a lot, and I love this view. I sometimes forget how pretty it is up here until I come up here every time.
With the third generation of the True family living and working here, the ranch tries to offer a warm family welcome. Their aim is to offer guests a traditional homestay that's typical of the Southwest. The rooms here are spacious and include the option of al fresco dining. For city slickers escaping the 9 to 5, the ranch also offers many of the traditional outdoor activities.
We're in the main dining room, and this is where it all started. This was the original Southwest mud adobe building where the cattle ranchers lived, and you know, back behind us was the milk pasteurizing. Now it serves as our dining room. So this is our bar, and you know, dude ranches go back, and they kind of, because it was the elite and the wealthy who were traveling out west to do the dude ranch thing, some of them brought with them sort of those old country club routines, and there's no bartender and there's no formality. We have the room numbers, so they get to put their bottle of wine or their bottle of Jack Daniels or whatever in their room numbers, and they mix their own and they sign for everything. It's a total honor bar, and it's I think old style, different, and our guests seem to love it. Our great uncle was considered the West's greatest muralist, and so we did some reproductions of his art. This one just, I think it just fits and just makes the whole room. I just love that stage, and it just totally Western.
The biggest draw to hotels in this area has to be the magnificent surroundings.
How was the mountain?
Good. Rocky. Very rocky.
There's one common thing I hear from our guests, is that it's relaxing and that they appreciate that their experience is theirs to choose. So if they want to ride a lot, great. If they want to ride occasionally, great. If they don't want to ride at all, that's cool too. And you know what? If they're not really into the active thing, they can enjoy our very nice pool, enjoy entertainment after dinner, and just when the bell rings, show up and eat. So I think we're a little property that has maybe a surprising amount of diversity.
But occasionally on the ranch, there's a guest the True family really don't want to see.
So we're just heading over to one of the rooms. One of the maintenance guys called and reported seeing a snake. So I grabbed my snake stick, which every family member's got one. We just go check every snake out because we don't want anyone to get bit, you know, accidentally.
In Arizona, there are many types of snakes. Some pose no threat, but the deadly rattlesnake is one of the most venomous. Whether they're harmful or harmless, for the hotel, it can be an occupational hazard.
Hey, Gary.
Morning.
Hey, he's in here?
Yeah, he's underneath the garbage can.
All right, perfect. So if you...
The door left him alone.
Okay, so why don't we open the door and see if he's still in there?
Michael, you copy.
All right.
No, he went underneath.
Okay. If you tilt it back, so you open it to me, and then I'll see what I'm, because he's probably under this, right?
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Yeah, so if you tilt it.
I need to tilt it that way. Okay.
You see what I mean, like that, and then I'll. Oh yeah, he's just a bull snake. Yeah.
A bull snake?
Yeah, that's what we call him. So.
Is that all that's under there?
Yeah, that's the only one. So, this is a bull snake, which looks like a rattlesnake, and a lot of people end up killing them needlessly. But we like bull snakes because they eat rodents. If we find a rattlesnake, we relocate it, but if we find a bull snake, we put it back because he keeps the ranch safe and clean. So, we'll go ahead and we'll stick him right back under there. There you go, bud.
In the garbage can. Be fine.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. He'll be nothing. Yeah, there we go.
All right,
cool. Yeah.
Now the True family know their guests can sleep safely in their beds.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeper Carey makes sure the 48 rooms are ready for their adventurous arrivals.
Anne?
Yeah?
Hi, is it ready?
It's almost ready. I just
Do you
need
want
to
some
finish
help?
everything. That'd
Yeah?
be awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Family suites have Southwest decor, handcrafted furniture, and wool blankets to keep the evening chill away.
And our wool shams. Here, you want that one?
So how many guests are coming in today, do you know?
I think we have about 70 people showing up today, and probably about 25 more rooms to do, including our house, the hacienda. So I'm going to shut this for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Looks beautiful.
With up to 120 guests at any one time, visitors taking part in the daily ranch activities can build up quite an appetite.
Hey, Judy. How's it going?
It's going well. Everything seems to be going on time.
Oh, good. How many guests do we have tonight?
49.
49, okay. So do you mind starting the fire at 5:30 so we can get started by 6 with the ribs? All right.
Yeah, won't be a problem.
All right, thanks. How many racks do we have tonight?
24.
24, alrighty. Perfect.
Chef Judy has worked at the ranch for over 45 years, making Western dishes that are reflective of the region.
It's more of a home style. It's not real resort food like you get at most places. It's more home cooking. Barbecued ribs and chicken, twice baked potatoes, corn on the cob, baked beans, cornbread, and salad.
Judy's cooking may go down a treat with guests, but she doesn't have the usual background associated with most hotel chefs.
I grew up on a farm in Pennsylvania. My grandmother and my mother just learned from them. Monday is brisket, baked brisket, and mashed potatoes, gravy, just a basic home-cooked meal. Tuesday is like today, it's the ribs and chicken dinner. Wednesday is Mexican, where I have enchiladas, tortillas, all that. Thursday is steak dinner. Friday is pork leg, pork loin, pork tenderloin, something like that. Saturday night is the Indian oven. Sunday night is chuck roast. Everybody seems to like it. They keep coming back.
A world away from the home-style cooking in Arizona, over on the East Coast in New York at the Lowell Hotel, Charles has returned from the flower market.
Monday morning is a race against the clock because we have guests coming in at 12 at the bar. And so we have to not only do these bouquets, but as important, we have to clean up.
He makes it his personal job to ensure striking flower displays enhance the exquisite setting of the hotel's French restaurant for visiting guests.
Tropical plants such as the Gloriosa come from Japan, and it really perks up the colors that we already have. These are beautiful parrot tulips. Tulips are, again, evocative of spring. So here are your very first parrot tulips, which I found on the market.
Restaurateur Charles chooses flowers every week specific to the time of year to go hand in hand with the hotel's seasonal menu.
When you do this, you're really, you wake up early in the morning excited to see how I'm going to do this. Doing fresh flowers in such abundance, it changes the mood. You see these beautiful flowers and it makes you feel very happy.
A dog-friendly hotel, the staff are used to the patter of tiny paws. Marketing manager Sarah Bolton ensures each room is ready for a guest's arrival and that their beloved pet has all the creature comforts of home.
So what we have here are the dog bowls, and I just want to make sure there is water in the dish, treats of course, the pet leash, and then extra bottled water. So New York itself is very pet friendly, and the neighborhood with its proximity to Central Park makes it the ideal scenario to travel and bring your dog. Mrs. Wallace prefers the pet bed to be in the bedroom with her. We have the pet toy as well. That's definitely a must.
And for the guests' pet pooch, it's only the best.
I also wanted to double check that the pet menu is ready for their arrival. And we have this under specialty menus. So we feature the lean dog, the bow wow, and the sophisticated dog. So I'm just gonna leave this right here, and let's just pop down to the kitchen to see if Chef is all ready for the order.
A 5-star hotel requires 5-star cuisine, and here they try to ensure that service is extended to guests and their 4-legged friends. Pets may have their own menu, but for their owners, there's plenty to try. There's cocktails in the bar, unwinding in the clubroom, and dining in the on-site French restaurant Majorelle. Head of the restaurant, Charles, keeps the team in check, providing innovative menus and exceptional service.
Pastry chef is running around here. We're using passion fruit right now to make a passion fruit souffle, a leek and potato soup on this cold, wintry day. We try to bring in what you see in the market, what is seasonal, and really narrow it down. You're all set for the salad of haricots verts and foie gras. Yeah. We'll put a little sliver of black truffle also on the foie gras.
With 24 tables in the restaurant, as well as menus in the bar and clubroom, the kitchen is always in demand.
So we are not doing the dattier, but we have the tarte tatin and the passion fruit souffle. Is there something else you want to put on?
Yeah, we have, I put on the, I'm doing a honey glazed blood orange cassonade.
Oh, good.
Charles tries to ensure excellent standards are maintained, both in the restaurant and the kitchen.
Nothing is processed. Everything is made on premise. We bake our own bread. We make our own stocks. When you're dealing with quality, you can't cut corners. We do everything the old-fashioned way.
It's midday, and with a busy lunch service looming, the pressure's on.
Michelle is getting everything ready for the tarte tatin, and it's always a race to the finish before lunchtime and also before dinner time. How are you, Elisa? All set? Good.
In Arizona, dawn is breaking. At the White Stallion Ranch, corral manager David True is getting ready to give their guests a taste of Arizonian life.
And over the ears.
With a breakfast stroll through the desert.
You're all set.
In charge of all activities with the horses, this morning he's got about 65 to saddle up.
Normal day all starts with getting our horses ready. So can't have, a ride without horses. So we bring all the horses in from our pasture, then we brush them, groom them, throw their saddles on, and we assign each guest a horse for their stay unless they want something different.
Guests who choose to stay at the hotel usually come to get an authentic ranch experience, which means horseback riding through the desert.
All right, whenever you're ready, left foot in there, swing the right one over. You ever drive one of these things before?
Yeah.
Excellent. How do the stirrups feel?
Those actually feel really good.
Awesome. Have a great time.
Thank you.
I have been coming here since 2004. We've got mountains and sky and horses and cactus, and there's just nothing else like it. So this is my time to think about what matters.
You guys ready to go? We also encourage our guests, if they'd like, they can groom them and love on them, give them a bath, weather permitting, So that's the best way, I reckon.
This morning, around 65 guests have had an early start. It's 8:30 a.m. and they're heading out to take advantage of the natural beauty and tranquility that the Arizona desert offers at this time of the day.
Alrighty guys, so you can look to our south, we have Safford and Panther Peak.
Regardless of your shape and height, and whether you're an experienced rider or a first-timer, with around 170 horses on site, the ranch hopes to cater for all.
Perfect riding weather. We've gotten so much rain, we see a lot of wildlife. These bushes we're riding past are called creosote, grow like weeds out here. Used for a lot of different things by the Native Americans. They used to make tea that they said was super good for you. Used to make like a paste and like a healing poultice. Got, of course, the infamous saguaro that the Sonoran Desert's known for. It's the only place that they grow, actually, in the entire world. The Sonoran Desert's the only place.
Back at the ranch, Russell and son Stephen are cooking up a breakfast to feed the riders when they return from their morning trek.
Everybody good with bacon and sausage?
With most of the food being grown on the ranch or sourced locally, the riders will be tucking into a real taste of Arizona.
We've got blueberry pancakes, potatoes and bacon, eggs and sausage, fresh hot coffee brewed on the fire there.
For guests who don't like the early start of a breakfast ride, the hotel's location in the desert still gives ample opportunity for those seeking a bit of adventure. There's shooting, exploring on e-bikes, or you can take in the Arizona landscape from a greater height.
This rock is really high quality volcanic rock that's here on the ranch, so pretty unique for Arizona. We have a lot of granite. The volcanic rock leaves a lot of nice holes and pockets to hold onto.
The rugged mountainous terrain provides different climbing opportunities for novices and those who are a bit more advanced.
I see a lot of climbers here that, they come with their families and extended families, and the kids love to do the climbing, and the horse riding, of course. But one of the most exciting things to me, however, is when their parents come climbing with them, don't really expect to be climbing, and a lot of times they actually end up having more fun than those kids.
Back at the ranch, the early morning riders have returned.
How was it?
Great.
And there's only one thing on their mind.
Show off your horses. My brother Steven will meet you by the grill. He's cooked up all sorts of good stuff for you.
Having built up a hearty appetite,
Extra in your brother's wrangler. I don't know how much he's gonna
Russell and Stephen ensure there's plenty to go round.
I'm good on pancakes. I'll start another batch in case they're hungry, but we're all good. There's gloves there if you want them too.
Come on, breakfast is ready.
It was awesome. Yeah, I had a great time. I trotted a bit, and I saw lots of cactuses. They were beautiful. When we were going uphill, it always, galloped. Yeah.
Any coffee for anyone?
Drink some pancakes?
You get on that horse and you ride out. They don't even know where they're going. And they get to have a cowboy breakfast out in the desert, looking at these mountains all around, and it's what it's all about.
How was everything, guys?
After an action-packed morning, it's the ideal time to take it easy by the heated outdoor pool. Those guests not used to time in the saddle can relax and rejuvenate by indulging in the spa with a massage.
Her back muscles are kind of tight, actually. Have you been riding horses?
Masser Joby works wonders with his bare hands.
The main thing usually is the low back is aching them and their shoulders. Sometimes it'll be in between their legs just from sitting and grinding on the saddle.
His services are very popular with guests returning from a breakfast ride.
When they sit on the horse, they've got their hips hunched in. I have a dude that came here from Britain, and he was funny. He was all, when the Wranglers ride, they look like this, He's all, when I ride, I look like this, So the sacrum gets tight, and I don't do any adjustments. What I'm trying to do is stretch the ligaments and tendons around it. And then a lot of times I'll hit the glutes a little bit, actually a lot.
There's often a price to be paid for experiencing ranch life, and not everyone's up to it.
Everything gets kind of beat up. If you're a city slicker that don't ride horses and you come out here, you're likely to be a little bit sore. Some people get really sore, so yeah, they'll be all, help me. So it's good. But I think when you're winding down for the day, when you're done riding, is when you should let the effects of the massage actually take.
For the last 4 years, visitors to the ranch have felt the benefits of one of Joby's massages, but his skills are in demand.
They'll book them ahead, sometimes a month ahead when they're coming, because sometimes I get busy out here. So if you're out getting a ride and you want to finish up your day, get a nice massage, it'll actually help you tomorrow and the next day. So it's pretty good.
In New York, staff at the Lowell also like to go that extra mile for their guests. With the imminent arrival of a regular visitor and canine companion, marketing manager Sarah wants to ensure both of them are well looked after.
Hi, Chef Michael.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, great, how are you?
Good.
So today we have Mrs. Wallace and her dog checking in around 6 o'clock. So I just want to make sure, because from the pet menu, they often order the top sirloin. So just want to make sure that we have prepared.
Absolutely. It's a nice piece of beautiful meat. Maybe perhaps like some rice or some peas.
Right, the
really
sides.
Good for the dog.
Right.
We also have the breasted chicken, which we boil, salt, pepper. We also do a lamb, which is great for the dog.
Okay. All right, Chef
Absolutely.
Michael. I will come back and see you if I need anything else.
It's not just the diet of the family pet the hotel endeavour to take care of. From dog grooming to a stroll in the park, staff are on hand to help.
Well, we're walking dogs. We are a dog-loving hotel. It's a beautiful day, why not? It's nice to come and nice take a fresh walk and at the same time help our guests and make the dogs happy.
A holiday in New York would not be complete without a visit to Central Park. Whether it's a carriage ride to enjoy its many sights or visiting Central Park Zoo, there's plenty for the hotel's guests to see and do right on their doorstep.
A lot of people, they love to bring their dogs to New York City, especially Central Park. There's a lot of dogs here and they love to bring them outside and they like to see them as well. Yeah, why not? These dogs are well-behaved dogs. They're trained properly and they're well-behaved, you know, they don't bother the other guests in the other rooms, so we appreciate that, you know. They are five-star dogs in the five-star hotel. Okay, guys, let's go.
There are some restrictions on where dogs can go in Central Park, but there are still over 800 acres for pets to get the VIP treatment, especially when Armin is in charge.
Our dog's the same as our guests. It doesn't really matter. We take care of every single one of them. Okay, guys, we're gonna get going back. Let's go. Come on. Okay, ready to go? I'm ready.
In Arizona, at the White Stallion Ranch, once a week they showcase Western life with a good old-fashioned rodeo.
So rodeo really is just competition in the skills that the cowboys have been doing for 150 years in America and even longer in Mexico.
Dating back to the Wild West, it's based on cattle ranching.
Our guests love our rodeo, and I'm always amazed. It really is a big part of the experience here at the ranch.
Yeah! Keeping those close-knit ties of the ranch, family and friends play a part in today's rodeo.
It's not the full-blown clowns and big production that rodeos can be. We've had a rodeo here with our family participating, sometimes as little children and now our children, for 50-plus years. The rodeo is a big part of what we do, and I think it's unique here at our ranch. I don't think anybody else does this.
With the True family being here for over half a century, they're joined by cowboys and cowgirls to show off their skills at riding, roping, and rounding up cattle.
Okay, guys, so we're out here to Team Pen today.
Traditionally, cattle were separated into pens to be either transported or branded.
There's our opposition, the cattle. The pen is the goal.
At the Dude Ranch today, it's done for fun.
You want cattle to move right, you move left. You want them to move left, you move right. You want them to speed up, you speed up. You want them to slow down, you back off. The goal is to take 3 of them, separate them from their friends, and put them in this pen right here. Go ahead and get set up. I'll be timing you.
It can be tense. Persuading a bull to do something is not the easiest job in the world.
Okay, Team Penners, whenever you're ready.
Gathering cattle, speed and timing are of the essence.
Get around them, get them turned.
It's not just the true family that get to have all the fun.
There you go.
Guests can try their hand at herding and sorting cattle.
Go around the front, somebody.
Learning all the skills needed to steer any feisty bull that gets in their way.
Anushka, go around the front now. There you go. Okay, minute 38. Good job.
As evening descends on the ranch, Stephen and wife Alice prepare dinner for visitors with an American barbecue on the menu.
Let me bump it up because it's pretty hot, so let me bump it up for the chicken. Sure.
After an action-filled day, guests can look forward to a good old-fashioned chowder.
It's very traditional in the Dude Ranch sense, eating style here. So everybody sits down at the same time together. So dinner's at 7. We ring the bell. All the guests come into the dining room and they sit down together. You know, it's tonight's ribs, tomorrow's Mexican, the next night's steak. Everybody eats the same meal and everybody eats together at the same time. Ribs is actually my favorite, not just because I'm cooking it right now, but ribs is definitely my favorite.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
British-born Alice came to the ranch 4 years ago.
I was actually a guest who kind of never went home. I came back a couple times, and the second time I came back, Stephen had just got back from college, and we met, and from the first pretty much moment I saw him, I figured he was the one I was going to marry. And luckily he felt the same way, so we ended up doing the long distance thing for a couple years, and then I've been here coming up 4 years now. So,
you want me to
do this one or?
With dinner ready, guests can tuck into a traditional ranch feast of grilled chicken and ribs, mashed potatoes, and a variety of greens.
Would you like some pork ribs?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Would you like some ribs? Just one?
Yeah.
My wife out-eats me every time, too, so I believe it.
After dinner, if guests don't want to retire to their suite, there's a range of evening entertainment to try. While some may choose to relax by a moonlit bonfire, others get to experience the many evening activities that this ranch puts on. Once a week, there's a Wild West show,
Gunslinging just like you see in the Western movies.
where you can take in all the tricks used by cowboys and outlaws that would have been at home in a gunfight at the OK Corral.
Double spin in the holster, here we go.
With Arizona known for its spiders, scorpions and rattlesnakes, at the ranch, visitors have a chance to get up close and personal with a tamer variety.
That's Grace, everybody. All right.
While others simply choose to hang out at the ranch's Honesty Bar. On opposite sides of the vast American continent are two very different hotels. The quirky, dog-friendly Lowell in New York and the southwestern White Stallion Ranch offer two very different experiences, both delivering a true American way of life.
It has a character, and what I always say about this hotel is that the scale allows you to be part of the city. New York is really how you feel the city. I'm born and bred New Yorker, and I think that a lot of New Yorkers would agree with me that the pulse of the city is not in the sky, it's on the streets.
Get out on a horse and see things that you would never otherwise see, and embrace and experience that very, in my opinion, unique Western hospitality. It's very open, very direct, and very welcoming.
I'm very proud of it, especially anymore. It's kind of a dying way of life. You know, so very proud to keep a torch lit for something that might not be around in 100 years.
Contrasting they may be, but their loyal staff extend a warm family welcome and hope to offer an experience of a lifetime. the globe, there are places which aspire to provide the most exclusive of holiday experiences. Luxurious.
What I am doing is the best you can get in the moment.
Adventurous.
Oh my God, lions! Oh my goodness!
And sometimes quirky.
He is one of the most famous guests, and he has a fan club. He has an Instagram of over 10,000 followers.
But what challenges do these hotels face, and how do they strive to be a top destination?
Anybody could have bricks and mortar in the right location, but in order to stay relevant, I do think it's important to innovate.
With exclusive access, we go behind the scenes.
All right, now let me take you to one of our specialty suites.
Following the staff who work around the clock.
Guys, we need to be fast, yeah? The guest is waiting.
To deliver to their guests whatever it takes to impress.
When you go from one room to the other, you go into another piece of art.
You notice the view is like no other in the world.
All our guests love fantasy and happiness.
We take care of every guest and make them feel like kings.
From Asia to Arizona, Kenya to the Caribbean, Dubai to India. Step behind the scenes of some of the world's most incredible hotels. Located along the stunning Caribbean coastline are two hotels that offer very different experiences for their guests. A luxurious eco-hotel on Mexico's rugged shore and a millionaire's retreat on the tropical island of St. Lucia. While one offers deluxe accommodation with its marina location as home to yachts worth millions, the other is almost entirely self-sufficient, utilising both local materials and community within a natural environment, while still aiming to provide a luxury experience. A sailing holiday in the Caribbean is for many the ultimate adventure. And situated on the island of St. Lucia is the Marigot Bay Resort and Marina. Surrounded by the Caribbean Sea, it's a popular destination for super yachts.
We're known as the most beautiful bay in the Caribbean.
The very moment that they arrive, they fall in love with our resort. That makes my day.
The hotel consists of 124 upscale rooms and suites, featuring impressive views of the surrounding area from its hillside location. The hotel also offers all the trappings of a typical five-star resort, including 4 restaurants and bars and 2 infinity pools. The staff here try to cater to any need, even if it's sushi by the pool. But for some of the resort's high-rolling guests, its most popular facility is its private moorings.
So this is Marigot Bay Resort and Marina. As you can see, it's absolutely amazing. It's beautiful, and it's such a privilege to be working here. To think that persons would spend thousands of dollars to visit Marigot to enjoy this beautiful place, and I get paid to work here, so it doesn't come better than that.
You know, not very often would you find a hotel positioned right next to a marina. So Troy's role within the resort is very important, and he takes care of all of our mega yachts. So we cater for millionaires right on the marina.
It's holiday season. At this time of year, yacht lovers from around the globe have arrived to moor in one of the 42 berths in the resort's marina. All are full, with clients hoping for a 5-star holiday. It's Troy's job to ensure that all their needs are catered for.
The captains love to make Marigot Bay their home because they know that we can provide the services that they need. If you're looking for a place to put your boat during bad weather, then this is where you really want to stay. The hills and mountains around Marigot are 450 feet in height, right? So it cuts down the wind speed to 1/3 of a storm.
For charter boat chef Magazata Kanika, tying up here is a welcome break from the high seas for her and her guests.
Not today can we order for next week, please, for Wednesday?
Yeah.
Some pineapple, and if you have a fresh snapper, that would be great.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. We usually do Caribbean season around south of the Caribbean, so it's St. Lucia and Grenadines. Sometimes being at sea can get a tiny bit uncomfortable in terms of the movement. Therefore, moving back into the port at night and having to choose from many restaurants and swimming pools for the kids and jacuzzi and a spa that they can have a little massage. You know, this is all you want in the marina, really. It is a great place to recharge your batteries.
With some of his residence super yachts worth a 7-figure price tag, Troy's first job of the day is to make sure these lavish homes away from home are safe and secure.
The best way to see the bay is by water. So I invite you to join me so we can take a little tour. When I started out, I was a dock master, and then I got promoted to the assistant marina manager. And I think I did a good job in that position to impress our owner and the management team. They finally gave me the opportunity to manage the marina. I have a passion for it. I love it.
While Troy takes care of his guests in the resort's marina, for any who prefer to spend their stay on dry land, Marigot Bay also offers exclusive accommodation, delivering all the space and luxury they expect.
Welcome to our penthouse suite, where you can house a family of 6. And here we have the master suite. This is our lovely 4-corner poster bed with the net. It gets put down at turn-down service. We have our lovely Egyptian cotton on the bed.
For a price tag of £509 a night, penthouse guests have access to their own private jacuzzi, one-to-one yoga classes, and a personal chef service. One of its major attractions is visible from the second-floor balcony.
And this is it. This is one of my favorite things in this room, the beautiful view of Marigot Bay. You wake up to that every morning with the mega yacht in the marina. It is just breathtaking.
Over 4,000 kilometres to the west is another beach getaway with a different focus on a relaxing stay. Situated between the mountains and its own private 1.3 kilometre stretch of Mexico's Pacific coastline, Playa Viva offers guests a secluded location where jungle meets sand. It has its own sustainable agricultural ecosystem and treehouse accommodation, aiming to supply guests with an environmentally friendly location that's also a luxurious hotel experience.
Definitely coming to Playa Viva, once you enter the doorway, you've kind of left the modern world behind, and you've entered really into nature and are immersed in nature.
And we often talk about disconnecting to reconnect here.
Disconnect to reconnect. Yes, that is very true. When the people come here and they need to forget about everything their regular life is in the city and reconnect to life and nature and experience and enjoy.
With only 12 rooms and a maximum capacity of 36 guests, the resort is much smaller than most of its competition. But it sees itself as a pioneer in the hotel industry for sustainable hospitality. And guests here are promised all of the luxury, but none of the guilt. It's the concept of husband and wife team Sandra Khan and David Leventhal.
Do I consider myself a typical hotel owner? Not at all. It's taken us 10 years now. We're in our 10th year of operations to finally get into stride and get it right. You talk to hoteliers and they're like, 12 rooms, that's not a hotel. You need 100 rooms for it to be a hotel. But at the same time, I think what we're doing here is so different than anywhere else. We have now 2 yoga facilities, a beautiful yoga shala and a beachfront yoga platform. We have spa with these lovely massage huts on the beach. And we've got our boutique and office area.
The rooms here aim to be eco-friendly on the inside, and many offer a great view of the natural world on their doorstep. The management here also try to have a range of prices to suit their different guests.
So eco-luxury can sometimes be barefoot luxury and be thousands of dollars per night per person. And for us, it's really important that eco-luxury is something that a lot of people can do.
For £322 a night, guests can enjoy the ultimate Playa Viva experience by staying in its most highly prized accommodation.
Playa Viva is made up of all these wonderful details, but it was really hard to catch an essence of the details until we really had one iconic piece. Welcome to the Playa Viva treehouse, our iconic, beautiful treehouse. Let's go inside, let's check it out.
The treehouse is suspended from 3 living palm trees, 6 feet above the ground, and is built from sustainable local materials, while the inside tries to showcase a range of crafts from the local community.
These are our Playa Viva beds. We've been very lucky to find some organic sheets that are sourced here in Mexico. The bamboo that makes up the treehouse, it's been nicknamed Tiki Airstream or Bamboo Skylab. So in the bathhouse, you see a lot of the details that guests love about Playa Viva. The texture of the stone used to feed livestock originally, and then finished off to make a sink. The wall made from remnants of the yoga platform, styled like a little Tetris wall. And then one of the guests' favorite, the outdoor shower on a living palm tree.
It's by using these local natural materials, combined with some unusual hotel room features, that the resort has developed its own take on luxury for its guests.
And then another very popular item here is the in-floor hammock. Folks love to just hang out here, relax, have a cold beer, and look out over the Pacific Ocean. And maybe you'll see a pelican go by, a dolphin in the distance. I mean, who doesn't want to have this as their little private treehouse?
With the treehouse ready and waiting for its next guests, David now turns his attention to the team that keep the hotel working. Its close-knit family of 34 staff.
I think we've been very, very lucky to attract great people who want to be part of a project like this. And we've been lucky that the right people have just walked right in the door when we've needed them. I did the initial interviews for the staff, and I was looking for housekeeping, and so I asked Olga how long it would take to make up the room, and Olga immediately looked around, about an hour and 20 minutes, and it was like, okay, but turns out that I had placed Olga in the wrong department, because she was making the employee meals, and everybody was loving the food, and I found out later from Julia that she should be in the kitchen, so.
David's final stop is to check in with the resort's general manager, Julia Ocampo.
Julia, I knew I'd find you here.
Everything okay?
You need my help with anything?
No, we're fine. Thank you.
Julia was born and raised locally, but it was only after 10 years working abroad that she finally decided to come back.
Playa Viva is, like we say, it's a regenerative resort, a beautiful project with a lot of conscious, and yeah, it really goes according to my values, and I think this is what really got me into here.
At the forefront of the current regeneration program is its 200-acre permaculture project, which it hopes will supply the hotel with what it needs. It's run by the hotel's resident consultant, Amanda Harris.
It's actually been a job that I was kind of dreaming about for the past several years. I didn't know it existed.
And when we first bought the land, it hadn't been worked in about, I think, 15 years. And so really, as part of this regenerative development process, we brought in different experts in a whole different array of services. We developed that relationship with the land, and we're able to understand how we would co-evolve together.
One of the rules of permaculture is to observe and interact in your landscape. And it gives us an opportunity to really share our skill sets and share our knowledge and do what we can to help Playa Viva reforest the landscape and help its guests really regenerate their own selves through their experience here.
Thanks to Amanda and her team's hard work, the permaculture project has helped make the resort and hotel almost entirely self-sufficient.
Just here, you'll see the top of our bamboo forest. And we are harvesting the bamboo for a series of different uses on the hotel grounds. We use it here on the farm to build our greenhouses or our nursery spaces.
Bamboo may be key to keeping things running, but it would be nothing without the hard-working maintenance team.
We're going to meet Serafin. He's the maintenance chef. And yeah, he does amazing things for the rooms. Anything we ask him to do, he just does better than we request. ¿Qué hace, Serafin?
Aquí estamos preparando unas luces para el camino de la casita de masaje.
Today, Serafin is using the homegrown bamboo to work on some additional lighting for the hotel.
A lot of our lighting is very subdued, what I think of as kind of a pearl necklace around Playa Viva, but all the other lighting is really left up to nature.
This is already finished and ready to go on the walk area. It has the LED there. Cables comes out from here, and this will go underground. So you will just see from here to there. This is our lights.
Back at the Marigot Bay Resort, for manager Pearl Flavian, a hands-on approach to hotel management is also essential, especially when that means overseeing its 219 members of staff during their busiest season. Every day she briefs her team to try and ensure everything runs smoothly.
So today we have our arrival rooms. We have 20 arrival rooms. I just want to know a little about them.
Mr. Mike Calden, he's going to be traveling with his wife and daughter. They're here for this family vacation. They are on the all-inclusive package, and they have already arranged a pre-booked marina insider tour.
We have our departures. Most of them departed at 8:30 this morning.
We know who's coming in already, so we revise our guests coming in, our current guests in-house and our departed guests. We plan ahead, we do a lot of strategic planning. We meet with our teams. It's important that we talk to our staff and everybody's on the same page. Family and Jean, I saw them off this morning and they really enjoyed their stay with us. And they were most impressed with the service, so team, well done. That's nice. You deserve a round of applause.
Yes.
Very nice.
Pearl understands that guests have high expectations, and so staff require constant training.
Good morning, everyone. So today our scenario will be dealing with guest resolutions. Colleen will be the receptionist and Stacy will play the guest role.
It's important that everybody understands why we need to treat our visitors with care and attention and love. This is our island, and whatever we do here is gonna make a difference down the line.
And with several important new guest arrivals today, she's putting her reception team through their paces.
Welcome to Marigot Bay Resort Spa and Marina. My name is Colleen. Welcome, Miss Williams. How may we assist you today?
I'm very tired.
I was on the plane and I am not feeling well. Is there any way we can just...
I do understand. Our airport workers...
Dealing with frustrated guests is par for the course in hospitality, and this is something the hotel tries to prepare their staff for in their training.
We do have an in-room dining menu. I should have an expedited one for you that can be arranged as well. Is there anything else I can assist you to make you more comfortable?
Not right now.
All right.
With the training exercise over, it's time for feedback from General Manager Pearl.
Or the airport rep should have pre-ordered the items for.
Okay, sure.
So we faltered in that area.
Okay.
That's something we need to work on. But you handled it really well. You followed the learn process. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Great guess.
While the reception team wait on standby, personal assistant Sasha Antoine is on her way to one of the luxury suites to make sure it's ready for some very special guests.
3 weeks prior to their arrival, we contacted them to find out a little about them. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, they got married 2 weeks ago, and they have decided to use us as their honeymoon destination. I'm on my way to the room to find out if it's ready for them, and also to create that memorable experience for them. It is super important to reach out to each and every guest. This is a way that we can find out their preferences, their needs, their wants, what are they coming for, so in order to ensure that they have a wonderful stay with us. I'm delivering Mr. and Mrs. Jones' itinerary and welcome letter from the personal assistant team. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, they love chocolates and their favorite is Ferrero Rocher. So we decided to have a wonderful Ferrero Rocher platter for them. Mr. Jones is a fan of Spider-Man, so we also decided to incorporate the balloons with his favorite cartoon character, Spider-Man. Our guests look for fun, adventure, privacy, unique experiences that they can only get here at Marigold Bay Resort. We're not just 5-star like every other. We exceed, we go beyond for them.
While personal assistant Sasha adds the final touches to the honeymoon suite, Mrs. Jones has arrived at reception. She's greeted by the hotel's front of house team.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Marigold Bay Resort.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm Neil from Guest Services.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too as well. May I offer you a cold towel if you don't mind?
Yes, please.
Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much.
You can have a seat.
Thank
Welcome.
I'll be handing you over to your PA. She is Sasha. She will be continuing the arrival process.
Welcome. Pleasure to finally meet you. Are you excited about your trip?
Oh, very much.
Awesome.
Very
so
much.
I'm going to take you over to your room. Right.
Certainly.
How was your taxi ride? How was everything?
With their latest arrivals checked in, the hotel is now fully booked. There's no time to relax for General Manager Pearl as she checks in with her other staff to make sure everything's running like clockwork.
Hospitality is my love. I've always wanted to be involved in the hotel sector. This is what I enjoy. This is where I'm at peace.
How are you today? How was your coconut? Enjoyed it?
Yeah, very much. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Gentlemen, what's the special today?
We have salmon and tuna sashimi as the special today.
1 o'clock, we have a date? Great, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Natalia, nice to see you. Oh my goodness. Natalia, you just had a baby. Oh, congratulations. Thank you. How was it? Great, but you look well. Yeah, I am. The philosophy here is that we're one family. The team, everybody is together. We work together as a team. And 5 years later, we're still doing it, and we're doing it even better. Hello. How are you? What's your name?
Leah.
Leah. Nice to meet you, Leah.
And it's Leah's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Leah. What would you like for your birthday? We'll take care of you, Leah, okay? I personally try my best to welcome each and every guest and to interact with them during the stay.
With her personal assistant team on constant standby, Pearl ensures that this guest's birthday is specially catered for.
It's important that you communicate with the guests, you communicate with your team, you anticipate your guest needs, and you resolve any issues rather speedily.
So
met Leah. She's under one of the cabanas right there. It's her birthday today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so can you please put together something for
Absolutely,
her?
I'll take care of that for
Yeah,
you.
she likes ice cream. So let's
So,
decorate
I'm
her
doing a little
cabana. Make her
Absolutely.
feel special.
Absolutely, I'll do that for you.
Thank
Yes.
you. Well done.
You're welcome.
I'm impressed. Thank you. Our philosophy is that we put the guests at the center of everything that we do.
While Pearl makes her rounds of the hotel and marina, back on Mexico's Pacific coast, head chef Abraham Alonso Pineda is on his way to meet up with permaculture consultant Amanda Harris to pick up some of the hotel's homegrown produce for tonight's dinner.
So we're in what we all call the chef's favorite part of the garden. We have papayas, which are harvested daily. Here next to it, we have a bed full of 3 different varieties of kale, interplanted with green beans and sesame plants. So the guests are eating this on a regular basis. It's either part of the green drink in the morning or an alternative to store-bought spinach, which allows us to feed people here from the land.
For tonight's special vegan menu, Abraham is after a very particular ingredient, freshly harvested cacao for his organic chocolate dessert.
Hola, Amanda. ¿Cómo estás? Qué bueno, bien. ¿Ya tenemos listo el cacao?
Sí, fácil.
Qué bueno. Qué bueno. ¿Me lo llevo?
Sí, por favor.
Ok, perfecto. Gracias.
While Abraham races back to the hotel to start preparing his locally sourced vegan menu, down on the beach, another key member of the hotel's team is also helping prepare an excursion for its guests.
Some of the roles that you'll see at Playa Viva that you won't see in a lot of other places would be the role of the social impact officer, which is what Colleen does.
Colleen is making her daily visit to a local charity which the resort has helped establish, La Tortuga Viva Turtle Sanctuary. Most species of marine turtle have been placed on the endangered list, so the Turtle Sanctuary was founded to try to protect turtles from predators, poachers, and commercial exploitation. It's a part of the work the teams do that they believe helps the local environment. And for Colleen, offers the opportunity to give guests a special experience.
Volunteers excavate the nests on the beach and bring them to the sanctuary because it's a way of protecting the eggs from predation. My background is in community work and conservation and environmental education, and I think that just shows how unique it is that a hotel puts this in the front lines of their mission. So if we come over here, we can see where Lencho and Silvano collected 2 nests. So here's the first one, and here's the one from this morning. And then they'll come back this afternoon, see if any more babies have been born.
While Colleen arranges her next turtle release at the Turtle Sanctuary, staff are creating something they hope will give their guests a taste of authentic St. Lucian culture. In its private rum cave, guests can sample some of the finest spirits the resort has to offer, courtesy of its in-house connoisseur barman and expert, Andre Thomas.
Well, with the kind of work I do, it means I drink everything, whatever comes first.
Today, Andre is hosting honeymoon guests who've booked a private rum tasting experience.
Well, here we introduced the Admiral Rodney fancy bottle. These have won 12 gold medals, 2 double gold. It is a blend of 3 age rums. The last years, they have been adding other old rums to the blend. So at one point this year, we're expecting a 15-year release. So this is designed to go neat, or maybe 1 cube of ice just to open up the flavor a little bit. Enjoy.
Rum has a long tradition in St. Lucia, forming an integral part of the full Caribbean island experience. With the first distillation taking place here on the sugarcane plantations of the 17th century, where it was discovered that molasses could be fermented into alcohol.
I like what I do. It's fun. You meet people from all around the globe. You know, they like the place, they like the bar. It's paradise in its own way.
So this is the creme de la creme.
Yes.
Can we get these in the US?
Absolutely. I guarantee you this that one, and one we're going to touch in a second, they are widely available. I got you water.
In the hotel's spa, treatment specialist Blue uses her own blend of locally grown herbs and spices to help revive any guests who are looking to unwind.
This is the only place, I think, in the world where you come in and nothing is out of a jar. Every single product that we use here is created from scratch by us for your individual needs. This is what makes us different.
I personally believe that today's traveler is in search of restoration or rejuvenation.
One speciality is Blue's body scrub class, where she helps guests concoct bespoke remedies for any aches and pains.
Welcome to the scrub class, Nick and Pascal. So Pascal, you've indicated to me that you're doing ridge climbing and your muscles are a bit sore. And Pascal, you would like us to work on the cellulite issue that you have. So we can do this for both of you and we will get right to it. Okay?
Okay.
So Nick, for you, we're going to be using Dead Sea salt. We're going to be using Mediterranean sea salt.
Okay.
And for you, since we're going to be working on the cellulite for you, I'm going to be using sugar for you. So what I would like you to do is to add a little of the itch oil to your product. So we're going to gently pour in the essential oils and continue to mix. So we're going to get a fragrance that you like. And this is the body scrub that you're going to be using in the treatments.
Okay.
So you've created your very first scrub from scratch.
While Blue instructs her guests on how to use her bespoke body scrub. Back in Mexico, Social Impact Officer Colleen has arranged to take some guests on an excursion into the nearby town of Julachuca, where the hotel runs several volunteer programs that aim to help the community.
So as you all know, coming to Playa Viva is so much more than just staying at the hotel. We love to bring guests out into the community to get to know all of the projects that we do. So today, if you'd be willing to, we're going to go out and hop in this vehicle and see some of the work we do in the community.
Great, thank you.
Some of the trends in travel now are people are looking for experiential travel, something transformative, where they can actually have a deeper engagement to place. And so the work that we do here at Playa Viva is really about exactly that.
Okay, welcome to Julachuca. It's a town of about 350 people here in the state of Guerrero. Hola, buenos dias. I think that connection and engagement is what lasts long after guests leave. It's what they remember and what really connects them to this place. A great example of that is an education project that we have.
Angeli.
What Ariel does in the schools is usually teaching English. He does PE. He also coaches the soccer team. And that was something that the community was really vocal about, that they wanted more educational opportunities for their community. And they saw Playa Viva as a link that would allow them to have access to people maybe with different knowledge and skills. Wow. Working with the kids at the schools, they're just amazing kids, and being able to be a part of their lives and seeing them grow up and giving back is really special. Muy bien, gracias.
While some of the guests are spending their afternoon in the hot Mexican sun, others are cooling off at the hotel's bar with a cocktail.
My name is Juan Carlos Solis. Everybody's call me Johnny. Right now in the bar, I'm the inventor of one of the famous drinks for this hotel, and it's the organic basil margarita. All right, let's start in. So we got to cut it off the lime.
As the resort's activities coordinator, cocktails aren't Johnny's only skills.
In Playa Viva, I do a different thing. I starting from the beginner, and I starting bartender, waiter, tour guide, driver. But right now, mostly we're taking for excursion on the beach. I do a little bit of everything, but everything when I do it because I like it.
But for anyone who prefers to stay at the hotel, the staff can also offer massage treatments. Alok and Anjali are the hotel's masseurs, but also teach yoga here.
I think a big part of this place is integrating with the elements. And so, we're teaching outside with the sound of the ocean and the breeze and the sun. And what we do also is the body work with people. So helping them if they have, different stresses in their shoulders or wherever they have in their body.
For us, it's really rewarding when we have people who are really taking advantage of their time here. And we don't have any other development along this beach. You can go up and down it for hours. You don't see anyone else. So for people that are coming here to really retreat from their lives at home, they can do that here.
In the evening, some guests like to wind down before dinner with a yoga class.
This has been here about 3 years, and the platform is amazingly epic. And yeah, just having a sunset practice here is pretty miraculous, as you can see. This is a big part of what makes this place unique, is that yoga is included with your stay here, so that people can do their yoga practice in the morning and feel rejuvenated throughout the rest of the day, so they can drink their beer later.
Finally, as the sun goes down, dinner service is about to begin. And for anyone who's new to vegan food, head chef Abraham is on hand to take them through tonight's menu.
Para esta noche de hoy, como es vegetariano y es vegano, no hay carne, no pescado, hicimos una sopa de tuna, de la planta del cactus, de la fruta, en español se llama tuna. Hicimos una sopa con leche de coco. Tenemos de nuestro jardín, tenemos una ensalada mixta de kale, arúgula, tomates rojos, igual del predio, tomatito cherry. Es una ensalada de aquí también de nuestro jardín, que es de nada. Provecho a todos. Gracias.
The thing that stands out for me being here is that the level of care and quality and attention that we get to receive as guests, and yet that sense of casualness and ease. We don't have this kind of separation between the staff and the guests. It just feels like you're staying at someone's house, at their really beautiful, awesome house.
Completely welcome sitting around the big table and feel like they're part of the family that's here.
Marigot Bay Hotel's kitchen, locally sourced ingredients are also a key feature on the menu. Today, senior chef Wana is using some of the best to make a local dish called Johnny Cakes, a flattened piece of bread that's then fried, resulting in a crisp exterior and a soft, chewy center with a touch of sweetness.
Every day you learn new things. I'll be on the top and I'll still feel I'm not at the top. The sky is the limit. So I learned from little boy growing up, I've been cooking. I love it, that's my passion. Yeah.
Tuesday night is party night at the resort, where guests get to sample some traditional St. Lucian culture and cuisine. And it's not just Chef Wana's Johnny Cakes on the menu here.
And everything here is local. All the place you can get is right here in St. Lucia. So we're going to start off. I'm going to introduce the foods to you. Right here we have some fish broth. Over here we've got some pepper pots, beef pepper pots. Right here we got some beef, we got some rice and peas, sweet potato pie, white plantain. We got a roasted pig right here. Where they do the carve it. Right here. We got some jerk chicken here. I specialize in everything. Thank you, enjoy.
While guests experience a night of Caribbean culture, for the housekeeping team, it's business as usual. They make sure no matter how wild this party gets, guests can look forward to a peaceful night's sleep. After a late night of food, drink and lively Caribbean entertainment for guests, a favourite spot to recover is one of the hotel's infinity pools. And for anyone who's feeling a little bit fragile after an evening in the hotel's rum cave, guest experience manager Angelina has a suggested tonic.
Good morning. Here's a freshly picked coconut from our resort. Please enjoy. Coconut water is very, very beneficial to the body. What the coconut water does, it goes straight to your bloodstreams and it flushes you. And then you're good to go.
For any guests who'd like a change from the pool, La Basse Beach offers an alternative.
This is the ferry. We just get on the ferry and to the beach, next side. When you leave home, you might be a little down, but when you get here, the scenery, the view, the people, everything that surrounds you, I mean, it changes everything for you. It's amazing. It's wonderful to be working here. This is what we do. When our guest comes, we put the towels on the chairs. This is the chairs. So we place the towels on the chair, like this here, this here. And the water.
While guests relax at Marigot Bay, at Playa Viva, the hotel is a hive of activity.
The biggest ones are the good ones.
And down on the beach, the turtle encounter is reaching a climax.
So we have 60 olive ridley turtles. This is the most common species that nests on our beaches. And for the release, we just ask that people stand back. The turtles will make their way to the water. If you see any crabs, you're welcome to scare them, any birds, but otherwise we ask that you don't touch the turtles and let them take their natural course to the ocean. Okay. Okay, so we release the turtles back this far so that they have a chance to imprint on the sand. It's a chemical process on their shell, and that allows them to come back and nest on the same beach. We have guests here. They're learning about sea turtle conservation and biology. They're learning about the threats that they face globally. So this allows them to go back home with a new sense of knowledge and what they can do to help protect sea turtles.
Both Marigot Bay Resort in St. Lucia and Playa Viva Hotel in Mexico deliver very different experiences, but both have the aim of creating an environment where guests can sit back, unwind, and enjoy a relaxing stay.
So whether you're a celebrity or you're someone just, trying to escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life, this is the place to be.
We exceed, we go beyond all our guest expectations. Each and every guest who walks in here, when they leave, they come back. And that's what we're all about.
What makes Playa Viva an incredible hotel? Probably what the guests tell us, which is that it checks all of their boxes. And even some of the boxes that they didn't even know existed.
But whether it's staying alongside the super yacht sailing elite of the Caribbean, or a one-of-a-kind, back-to-basics, eco-friendly experience on the rugged Mexican coast, both hotels strive to offer their guests luxury, special experiences, and a way of life that's far from traditional.
You leave refreshed and renewed and go back to your community, inspired to make changes.
This is an incredible hotel. This is a magic place.
You just can't go wrong. You've got it all. You got the total package right here when you walk into this hotel. That's it.